My name is Beautiful Painted Arrow. I grew up in Picary's Pueblo, New Mexico. My mother was from the Southern Ute Indian Reservation in Ignacio, Colorado, and my father was from Picary's Pueblo. In 1983, I had a vision for peace chambers, building peace chambers around the world. I was in a sweat lodge ceremony in my home there in Bernalillo. I was living in a trailer house, and before that, I had been working and going to school at University of New Mexico. And then before that, after that, I had gone to University of Wisconsin, and I met a lot of people who were interested in peace work. And so this evening, I was in a sweat lodge ceremony when I had this vision. I was taken out of my body, and next thing I knew, I was standing next to the garden that I had there at the Bernalillo home, and I was taken up into the heavens, where I met a council of elders, Indian elders, and they talked to me about where might I build the first peace chamber. Because in July that year, I was doing the Southern Ute Sundance in Colorado. I had a vision to build peace chamber, and I hadn't built one yet. It was like getting to be like October, I think it was, when the vision came, the second vision, the vision that I'm talking about now. And the elders, next thing they did was, I was standing there in the garden plot, and an angel came down from the heavens and had a child in his arms and placed the child in the ground. And the angel asked me to raise the child. And so the vision then ended, and next thing I knew, I was in the sweat lodge ceremony, and I was conducting the ceremony in the sweat lodge. So I don't think it was more than 3 or 4 seconds that I left my body, and I was back in my body. And after this sweat lodge was over, I announced to some of the people of the vision that I had had, and that I was going to start building peace chamber, and the first one was going to be there at my home in Bernalillo, New Mexico in 1983. And it's going to be 24 years since I've had that vision. So I am making this recording and asking for the people all over the world to think about world peace in their homes and in their lives and their families. And because it's been 24 years now, and 24 years is a sacred time in our tradition, in our tribal tradition. It's a time when the energy of power goes to all of the different directions and to the galaxies. Last year, April 16th, I had a vision of the Horn of Plenty. I was doing a dance there in Australia when the Horn of Plenty appeared above the dance ground, and the fruits of the Horn of Plenty began to fall in the galaxy-shaped arbor. It had changed from a circular arbor to the pattern of the galaxy that we live in, the spiral galaxy. And so that I knew that it was a galactal vision, and it made total sense to me, because this is the 24th coming of the 24th year that the vision came of the peace chamber. And we were taught in tradition of my father's people at Picary's Pueblo that when mankind can't do something, then celestial energy comes. And that celestial energy comes because then celestial vibration then takes over whatever needs to be done. And I just want to announce to the people all over the world that this Horn of Plenty is here for all peoples of all races, of all nations. And I want to make this announcement and let you know that prosperity and abundance is here for all of us, and it's going to show up in different ways. So just pay attention, and you will sense, you will hear, you will feel the vibration of a world shift toward world peace, and I wanted to make that announcement. I'm an artist, and in the artwork that I was started doing, my art began to change, and I realized that slowly my art was moving to artwork that was endowed with greater and greater levels of the vibration of peace for the whole world. So I wanted to make that announcement at this time, that all of you who see this moment with me here will have more and more peace in your lives, because it's important for all of the future generations that, as elders, I'm an elder now, that we leave this world. When we leave this world, we'll leave it for a better place for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, and that you are here because you were supposed to be here as their grandfathers and their fathers and mothers, uncles and aunts, and so on and so forth, and that this responsibility will pass on to them, and that responsibility is no responsibility, because they will be the peace of the whole world. So I just wanted to say that, and I want to thank you for this opportunity to present this statement. Lastly, I want to say that when I got the vision for the Peace Chamber, I went to the United Nations, and I went there in 1983, and I asked them for permission, since I recognized them as the entity for world peace. I asked their permission that I could leave my reservation, Indian reservation, and travel and talk about peace chambers. And this date we have 60 or 70 peace chambers in different foreign countries, including chambers in the United States. And I wanted to make this to be known to all the members in all the nations of the world. The Horn of Plenty is here now, and it's here to stay, and that we can begin to recognize ourselves as the true peacemakers, because we are alive and we're living this time as a peoples of the global societies. And so I thank you very much. Ahot ta'at inaho.